Hello everyone, I'm Salad, and today we are going to be doing something a little bit different. We are going to be doing my first ever anime reaction video. I've done reaction type videos in the past, mostly to video game trailers, but never a full-on anime series or TV series of any type. So this is going to be something a little bit new for me. You'll have to bear with me. I've done my best to have the subtitles on the bottom of the screen and the blurred out video for copyright reasons right there. And hopefully there's no issues with that. Again, this is my first time doing this thing. And what we're going to be watching, as you probably already know, is Danganronpa 3. I've already played through Danganronpa 2, Ultra Despair Girls, and Danganronpa V3. If I understand things correct, most people recommend that you're supposed to watch Danganronpa 3 before moving on to Danganronpa V3 because it does clear up some of the missing pieces that either Danganronpa 2 leaves behind with what happened to the remnants of despair, or maybe the things that happen in Ultra Despair Girls with the children, especially Monica, what becomes of her, what becomes of her project to make another Junko, or the successor to Junko Inoshima. And I don't know if this is how much that's going to be true. I don't know how much this is going to clear up any of that. I don't know if maybe this is going to have maybe hopefully answer some of the questions about the ending of Danganronpa V3 as well. That would be really good. I'm not sure I'm going to get that, but we are going to find out. So without further ado, let's start this. Actually, there's a little bit of further ado. I know there's going to be a lot of strong opinions on whether you should watch certain things subbed or with an English dub. That's always going to be contentious. I know. I watch anime reactions myself. I have strong opinions on whether certain things should be watched in the English dub or the original Japanese language. For this case, I am going with English. Future Salad here. That previous Salad is wrong. We are watching this in Japanese from the second episode onwards. It was just you'll find out at the end of this. I go and rewatch the first episode again in Japanese, and I like the Japanese voice acting a lot more. That's just what I went with. So I'm sorry if that puts anybody off when they're watching this reaction. If you don't want to watch it because of that, I understand. But I'm watching this in English. So let's start this first ever anime reaction, and let's see what we're dealing with. So bring it back to the start, and we'll see. Okay. Oh, and I will be pausing a lot during the reaction. I'm going to be editing this down heavily as well to avoid copyright reasons. And yeah, again, if me pausing to give my thoughts a lot of the time is going to annoy you, sorry about that. That's just the way that I do reaction type videos. So yeah, we've got somebody who is Makoto Naege of Future Foundation Branch Office 14, and he's handcuffed.
Of Future Foundation Branch Office 14.
Oh, because of what he did in Danganronpa 2? Bringing the remnants of despair there?
We hereby arrest you for treason.
Yeah, I mean, he did go against the Future Foundation technically in the events of Danganronpa 2, so that makes sense. And we've got, I assume, visions of the tragedy here.
Mankind was all but destroyed.
Okay, hold on. Was that? Oh my gosh, I forgot his name. The engineer guy from Danganronpa 2.
Been to the brink by the biggest, most atrocious, despair-inducing incident in human history.
Oh yeah. Okay, these are the remnants of despair from Danganronpa 2 that we're seeing here.
The super high school level despair.
We're seeing everybody.
A series of coordinated attacks across the globe. They made no declaration.
This is really cool.
Issued no.
I mean, we didn't. Well, at the end of Danganronpa 2, we only got to know that these are worthy remnants of despair, but we never got a good idea of what that really meant. Didn't really get a good idea of who they really were as the remnants of the despair. So this is really cool to see. I like that we're getting that. And Nagito. Oh, and the children. Okay, so we are getting some information on them. I might have to rewind and rewatch some things because I'm trying to comment and speak at the same time. I need to make sure I don't miss any of the dialogue here.
They made no demands.
Yeah,
True to its name,
they're all just about
its
despair.
sole purpose was to sow despair.
Mikan? Yeah. I'd imagine that would be really freaky to have an actual despair mode Mikan running amok. Giant Monokuma.
Like a phoenix from the ashes, they were called the Future Foundation.
Okay, so we haven't seen any of these characters before. I'm not sure if we're gonna actually get these characters in this show. Some of them seem kind of blurred out, but
Skilled
very cool
warriors were
nonetheless.
recruited worldwide, but Foundation struggling to keep darkness at bay.
interesting. Okay, that guy that I think we just saw earlier, trying to judge Makoto. I realize the subtitles don't exactly match the words that they're speaking in English. Hopefully that doesn't annoy anybody. It doesn't annoy me. But I guess it's probably better than not having any subtitles at all. So I'm gonna leave them on.
Lives are snuffed out.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like nothing ever really fully ends, even in the events of Danganronpa V3. To side future? I'm not sure what that's meaning, but here we go with the opening. We're getting flashes of a whole bunch of different characters. And Makoto, okay. Was that Hina? Good opening song. Okay, we are getting some of these characters. I recognized him from that recap we got earlier. A lot of new characters. I'm guessing mostly Future Foundation members. I'm not paying too much attention to the actual lyrics. I'm just looking at the visuals for now. I know I will not be able to pay attention to both at once. Is that Kyoko? That's Kyoko's glove. I didn't recognize her there. But he's reaching out. Makoto's reaching out to Kyoko at the end there. Is Kyoko gonna get in trouble and we're gonna have to save her? Is this gonna be a Kyoko rescue mission kind of plot line? I'm not sure. That's just my initial guess based on the opening. And we're gonna have a lot of new Future Foundation members. Third time's the charm. Okay, what do you mean by that? Third time's the charm. The third time for what? The third time that they're gonna have a killing game? Is this gonna be another killing game? Side Future 1. And also, I really hope that I'm watching this in the correct order. I'm starting with the Future arc. I think it's supposed to go Future arc, Despair arc, and then Hope. That's what I think. Hopefully I'm right. Okay, we got a helicopter going towards, what is this, maybe Future Foundation headquarters? Possibly? Yeah, I recognize the old man there.
It's been quite a while since we've gathered like this.
Future Foundation Chair, Branch Office 1 Director, former Director of Hope's Peak High School. Okay, so what does it mean by former Director of Hope's Peak High School? Is it the same? Is that the same as Hope's Peak Academy? Was he part of the original Hope's Peak Academy? Is that what we're getting at here? Because if I recall, the people who started and maintained Hope's Peak Academy were not that great. They tried to sweep like murder under the rug and stuff like that. So I'm not sure if this guy's very trustworthy yet.
So, boss, I assume since we're all here, you assume correctly. This is in regards to Makoto Naegi's betrayal of Elderpay.
Yeah, but when you think about it, isn't that sort of the entire point?
What kind of voice is that? It's like Alphonse from Full Metal Alchemist.
Chairman Tengen, sir, doesn't this seem...
His character design though reminds me of a character from Hunter x Hunter, one of Kite's followers.
just a tad dangerous? If someone attacked this place right now, they could take out the whole board. Here.
This building himself.
Munokata.
As far as
Okay, so Munokata, it said that Munokata constructed this building himself, so we're perfectly safe. What does that tell me? It tells me that Munokata is the traitor. That's what it tells me. Because clearly he's saying that because this place is not going to be safe. If he's saying that and this place is not going to be safe, then that can only mean one thing. The building is not safe, and if the building's not, yeah, you see what I'm getting at, right? It's my initial guess.
This little island is only so much more ocean.
I'll bet.
The bastards and their allies off the face of the earth. You know it's not that simple. There are budgetary concerns.
Budgetary concerns with stopping the remnants of despair. That's a little bit silly. All their character designs are, well, not all of them. Some of their character designs are more normal, but some of these character designs are very wacky. Not something I would have expected from future Foundation members.
They have to be dealt with. If you don't cut off the rotten bits, the whole thing spoils.
But who's that? Who's the person cleaning in the background there, listening in?
Well, a dancing wolf needs sake.
What does anything you say mean?
I've been curious about that myself.
Just my own personal expressions, you know? They don't mean anything.
Then stop you.
Stop it.
Why do you say stop?
People,
You know what?
please.
Definitely
You can't hold a conference like this. Ah, so this is humanity's last hope.
And one of them is just asleep on the left there.
Even as we speak, the remnants of despair are wreaking havoc. Victim piles upon victim.
Why are you standing on the table? Get down from there. Looks like a nice table.
Place for petty squabbles. This isn't it.
Yeah, Future Foundation Vice Chairman, Branch Office 2 Director, former Super High School Level Student Council President. Okay, so this was the ultimate Student Council President? That sounds similar to Taka's role, right? He was the ultimate moral compass, I think. Yeah, he was the ultimate moral compass. But I could easily see him in this role too.
You're in the presence of the chairman. Restrain yourself. Yukizome,
Okay.
Okay, it's gonna be really hard to remember all their names. Yukizome.
are we all seated? Good. Look at the main monitor. These are remnants of despair Makoto Naegi willfully kept hidden. Junko Enoshima's servants.
Very cool, again, getting to see all that.
Murderers, correct? What reason would Naegi have for helping them evade justice?
I'd like to know the
Hold on.
answer.
Who was that who was staring at them like that?
Aiding and abetting. It's a serious crime.
Was it the one he just addressed earlier? Or was it the person who was cleaning the window?
What reason would Naegi have for helping them evade justice?
Yeah, she's just staring at it in a manner that has some kind of significance. I don't know what it is.
Why didn't we kill him the second we knew who they were? Level Hope himself. It behooves us to talk it out, if he is in fact worthy of the name.
In that case, I regret not having a truth serum prepared for the interrogation.
The details aren't.
Even if you did have a truth serum, you wouldn't be able to get much information out of Naegi, since if he was actually a plant by the ultimate despair, if he was actually not a real ultimate hope, then we've already seen multiple times that memories can be manipulated. You would use the truth serum on him and he would just say, oh yeah, I'm the ultimate hope, and not even know that he's actually the ultimate despair. Just like what happened in Danganronpa 2.
Clear. But be that as it may, we know he rescued despairs and deceived us.
Didn't mean to be
Oh,
late.
and they're already back. Yep, got Kyoko.
Foundation Branch 14, Makoto Naegi.
Got Aoi Asahina. Let's come straight back in.
Welcome. Good of you to join us. Sakakura, place him under arrest.
Wait a minute! You
For treason.
I mean, it is very reasonable for them to arrest him for taking the remnants of despair in an unauthorized manner and taking them away. It is incredibly suspicious, so I don't blame them for this.
This isn't personal. It pains me to put a hero in handcuffs, but I'm afraid I don't have much of a choice. Actually, it was...
Naegi!
Okay, that was unnecessary.
Someone who can't defend himself. Is that Future Foundation policy these days?
Shut your mouth. How many of our comrades have you condemned? He's a traitor. He's got no right to defend himself.
How many? When did we condemn their comrades? What is he talking about? Is there something else I don't know about that Makoto and them did? Because they took the the remnants of despair away, sure, but that didn't condemn any of the remnants, any of the people here. So I don't know what he's talking about. And yeah, beating up on him like this is indefensible.
Naegi, no! This is outrageous. You should be ashamed of yourself. That was a warning. Shriek again, and the next one goes between your eyes.
This course. You will answer to the great Gozer! Everyone's
No, that's another instant that reminds me of Full Metal Alchemist.
settle down.
Armstrong there.
Naegi, are you alright?
The defendant is badly wounded and not in a position to stand trial. He needs time to recover.
At least some of the people here are reasonable.
Sakakura.
And actually, I'm gonna. Never mind. I'm gonna keep going.
To be reliable.
I don't think I need to make too many references to the other anime.
Trial suspended. This council will reconvene at a date to be specified. Take him away.
Okay, so he's gonna be put on trial. So basically we're having a class trial at the start here already. But I have a feeling something's gonna happen to disrupt that. But we'll see.
Yukizome.
Okay.
Wouldn't you rather take
Okay, so Yukizome is the one who's constantly cleaning everything as well. Was she the person who was just looking at the remnants of despair at the screen there in a suspicious manner?
So we're alone, silly.
go rest, Yukizome?
Okay. Kyosuke, come on, you're not tired? I can't be the only one who needs a rest.
You're the workaholic between the two of us.
So that's how it's gonna be, is it?
Fine, whatever. Listen,
Yeah, what?
it's nothing. Just go check on Naegi.
Sure, can do. Bye-bye.
Okay. It's always frustrating when somebody's like about to say something, you're like, hey, no, it's nothing. Never ever do that. Never do that. That's so irritating. No one in real life should ever do that, and no one in anime should also ever do that. Please never do that.
Yeah.
If you're gonna say something, just say it. Come on. Yukizome is a little suspicious right now. She's way too happy. Her eyes are too large.
See him? That's ridiculous.
It's a sign of how little they trust us. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm suspected of working in collusion with Naegi to hide the remnants.
I mean, you are.
So,
I'm sorry.
You did work in collusion with Naeg to hide the remnants. That is exactly what you guys did. It's just that's not necessarily a bad thing.
You'll be treated as a co-conspirator too at this rate.
long as
Bargain. But I see no point for you to stick your neck out.
Wait, Kyoko is Makoto's boss? I mean, it makes sense,
Don't
but
even start with that. We're in different branches, sure, but I can still help.
different branches. So what are the branches of the Future Foundation?
Never change, huh?
How's it
Come on,
organized?
This is what friends do. And besides, we've been through worse, right?
They've been through much worse.
This'll sting a teensy bit.
No big or what?
I used to be a teacher once upon a time. Seems like another life. I taught the people you protected.
Okay, another suspicious line. So Yukizome taught the remnants of despair, and that's why she was looking so intently at the screen. She's looking at her former students. Could she really have been untouched and untainted by what happened there? Could she really have escaped unscathed from the tragedy without being marked by it at all? I don't think so. I don't think so at all. So this is now incredibly suspicious.
So, did you know who you were putting yourself out there for, or?
I'm not entirely sure. But, I mean, they didn't come into the world the way they are. They had hopes, dreams they must have talked about with their friends.
Munakata, he's the Future Foundation's hope.
Munakata was the person who they said made this building, right? Was Munakata the person that she was talking to earlier, or no?
I know.
I forget who Munakata. I don't know if we've seen Munakata or not yet. I forget.
Crimes are just too serious.
And which ones would those be, I wonder?
What if two hopes could set aside their differences and meet in the middle? Think seeing them work together would inspire an even better hope?
Well,
person. It'd mean a lot to me if you could see his side.
Okay, I'm assuming it is the tall guy with the white hair is Munakata. I know they already told us, but I forgot.
Nothing. I'm here for the big meeting with Chairman Tengen. Don't want to just barge in.
Chairman Tengen's the old guy, right?
Excuse me, aren't you... Yes. Ryota Mitarai, and you're...
Ryota Mitarai. Future Foundation Branch Office 10, Director for... Okay. Ultimate Animator. Okay. Mitarai.
What happened?
Earthquake. Dead person. Okay. Okay, classic music. Oh, sound cue.
Part of the team. Why do I gotta wait out here? Fine. Treat me like an outsider. Sit through a boring meeting.
Yeah, okay, so now we got Yasuhiro here. So he's not really part of all the meetings and whatnot. I mean, I can understand why, but surely Yasuhiro's got some useful stuff he can tell us. Oh no, he bought another new crystal ball?
When you have an ultra
Does it really work?
ball. Let's see. Show me the future, baby. What lies in store for my pal Naegi?
What percentage of things do you get right now? Oh,
What the hell is that? Okay, did not see that coming.
come on, buddy. That one was on you. You didn't even get it stolen from you this time and used as a baseball.
What's going on?
Every possible way out of this building has been obliterated.
In other words, somebody knew how the building was laid out.
I told you something like this would happen. You all swore no one knew about this place.
You didn't you?
Even if he led them here, they wouldn't know. They wouldn't know about the entrances unless somebody told them.
So, it's best if we hold him down. Done.
Easy, Sakakura. Don't be so rough. Bombs are down too. I can't reach the outside.
Yeah. So that helicopter came in from the outside, but people are already dead inside, which means there are other traders that are currently inside the building still.
Not a good sign.
Chairman? Sir? Sorry. I'm rather late.
Wait, Mitarai? You're here?
What's
They're gonna be. They might be a little suspicious of Mitarai as well, since he just showed up and all this started happening.
So we're basically trapped.
Kyoko, what do we do?
Nobody panic. This room is full of future Foundation leadership. The best of the best. Whoever's behind us, we can handle it.
Nope, apparently not. That's a grenade.
What the?
If you really were the best of the best, you'd kick that away right now. But apparently you did not. Thank goodness it was not an actual frag grenade.
Nekozilla. Try to hold your breath.
Why are you yelling that out? Hold your own breath and drag her out of there. You're the only one smart enough to hold your breath. You should have just dragged her out of there and done something. Now everyone's asleep, and we're probably somewhere else now, and we're doomed. Yep, there's those bolts. The familiar bolts over the whatever windows. Familiar wristband of Ultra Despair Girls.
Forest papers from an
For what?
1 hour? 2 hours?
Long time no see, kiddos.
That laugh.
Okay, that is not the same Monokuma voice I know.
His despair keeps the home fires lit. Huzzah! Your buddy Monokuma will always come blazing back.
Okay, it's not a terrible voice, but it's still not the voice that I truly enjoy. But it's all right. We'll go with it.
Junko Enoshima is dead.
Mix of despair has been on a losing streak of colossal proportions.
Why would Makoto instantly think that Junko was? I mean, obviously, he would always think that Junko's behind it, but there's no reason that Junko has to be behind every single Monokuma. We already knew that there were remnants of despair everywhere. Surely. And also, even before that, the Monokumas were going crazy in the events of Ultra Despair Girls, which has happened before this as well. That didn't have any... Well, I guess it did kind of have things to do with Junko. Whatever. The point is, Monokuma does not necessarily equal Junko.
We're practically on the
You shouldn't immediately assume that.
annihilation.
Even though it's
I'm not
always been the
here
case
to
before,
brag.
but still.
In fact, I'm here to thank you by having you all kill each other.
Who would have thought? How new and original, Monokuma. Does Monokuma ever come up with new tricks?
No worries. We'll
Can't
treat it like
can't teach an old bear new tricks? Is that how it goes?
into that kind of stuff, aren't you?
Killing each other?
Yeah. Hey,
Okay.
Where's Yukizome? Did anyone see her?
Fake dead Yukizome incoming.
oh shoot, that's right. I should have said earlier. But, yeah. The game's already started.
Is that really her? Is she really dead? Nobody saw her get killed here.
Yukizome.
He said the game already started. Did somebody kill her? Is that what we're saying?
Am I wrong?
What do you mean by that, buddy? Say that again.
Yukizome,
Are you wrong?
tell me. Please. Am I wrong?
Wrong about what? What does he mean? What does he mean by that? What would you be wrong about in this situation? Wrong about the decision to fight for the Future Foundation? Wrong about hope versus despair? Like, how does this change your
Naegi, 'cause
view on that?
son, we're about to start a killing game that'll determine the fate of all humanity. This'll be ours.
This will be our end, huh? Okay, does that mean that this is going to be the end of Makoto's storyline? And it's going to wrap up all of that? So, this Monokuma has a different voice, but not only does it have a different voice, it has a different personality as well. It's not going, "Poo-hoo-hoo-hoo." It's not doing that. It's doing a different kind of, it has different sort of mannerisms. What that tells me is, I think that this is a different person behind it. I think this cannot be Junko. If this is Junko that's behind it, that makes no sense because its mannerisms are completely different. So this is how I feel like the person behind this is not related to Junko because it's just too different. Are we getting an ending here? Is that what we're going into now? Seems like it. A dandelion. At least I think that's a dandelion? Or maybe it's a sunflower? And there we go. That was the end of that first episode. Oh no, I don't need to start over again. So my initial thoughts on that first episode. Again, I really like that we are getting to see what the remnants of despair actually were like. I like that we're getting more of the direct aftermath of Danganronpa 2, what's happening to Makoto, what's happening to the Future Foundation. We had a very brief flash of the children from Ultra Despair Girls. I do hope that comes into play later on, because honestly, that's one of my the things that interests me the most. What is going on here with the Future Foundation being attacked is it's not wrapping up any of the plot lines that we had before. It's creating a new plot line. And it's possible that this new plot line will wrap up the plot lines that we had from the previous games. But so far, it isn't. So it's not satisfying yet to be getting a completely new plot line right now at the start here. But I'm sure it's going to be interesting. And it's interesting already. And I'm already theorizing. I'm already trying to understand who's trustworthy, who's not trustworthy. The Yukizome girl is the one that's most curious because she immediately felt suspicious because of the way that she was looking as she was cleaning stuff, the way that she was incredibly friendly to the leader guy, the young leader guy with the white hair. I don't remember what his name was. I think that guy is the guy who made the defenses, or who made the building. However, Yukizome seemed to be very close to him. So, I feel like since she was so close to him, she probably had some way to get information out of him, or steal information from him on the defenses, to let the despair in here. And then she probably either she killed herself voluntarily in order to hide that fact that she was in on it, or she's not actually dead. But in this case, I think she might actually be dead. I think she just killed herself to cover something up. Who knows? I guess we'll see as the rest of this progresses. I think the guy with the white hair, the cool looking dude who wanted Makoto locked up, I think he is actually a good person. My initial theory is that he will die by the end of this. He seems like the kind of character that will have some sort of point where he reaches an understanding with Makoto, but then he's going to die shortly after. I feel like that's the kind of storyline that's going to be something for him. That's my initial guess. As for what's going to come out of this with Makoto, for Makoto and the rest, they're probably going to, by the end of this killing game that they're going to try to escape from, they're probably going to learn some new information about the remnants of despair that continue to exist, and they're probably going to learn some truth about that. I don't know any more than that. That's all I can speculate about from the first episode. But that was very interesting. I enjoyed that. I liked the animation was pretty nice. The visuals were pretty good. Voices, wasn't as big of a fan of the voices. Maybe I'll try the Japanese dub just to try it. We'll see. Okay, you know what? I think I am gonna... So, it's a bit unfortunate because it's a lot easier to do a reaction with the English dub. It's easier to pay attention and speak at the same time. But I'm going through this. I'm rewatching it, seeing how the Japanese was. The Japanese is actually significantly better. It's not even just a little bit better. It's significantly better, in my opinion. So I am actually going to switch to Japanese now that I've watched both. So it's probably going to be confusing for people who watched the very start of this video where I said I'm going to watch it in English. Sorry if you wanted it in Japanese. And now I'm going the opposite direction. So it's probably going to be confusing for people who wanted to watch me react to it in Japanese, who left at the start, are probably going to not rewatch to this point. It's a little bit sad, but it is what it is. So yeah, I think from now on, I am going to watch this in the Japanese, in the Japanese language. It just sounded better. So that's what we're going to do from now on. So now let's jump straight into episode 2. I don't know how I'm going to divide up these episodes, how many episodes I'm going to have in one video. I don't know how I'm going to do that yet. Like I said, this is my first time ever doing reaction videos at all to like a full anime series. We'll just see how it goes. Probably it'll be like two episodes per video or something like that. I don't know. Regardless, let's go on into episode 2. See what happens with this killing game.
苗木誠、お前が本当に世界の希望を望んでいるのなら、本当に絶望を憎んでいるのなら、ここで自ら命を絶つべきだ。
How does he really think that he caused all this? How would killing himself right now solve anything? So I realize in the opening here, they're showing all of these characters getting killed in various methods. Is that a spoiler? Are they spoiling that all these characters are gonna die in these various ways? I don't think so, because if that's true, then everybody's dying in this. Everybody, every single one of these characters. And I really don't see that being the case. Yeah, Makoto's dying by shooting himself. I don't see that. Although he just did tell him to do that. Okay, and that's the opening. Now, I don't know if those are spoilers or not. In this case, I'm assuming that there are not spoilers. But just as an aside, I really do not like it when animes have major story spoilers in their openings and endings. Like even like one of my favorite animes of all time, Hunter x Hunter, does that. They will put important story elements that you probably don't want to be seeing in their openings and endings. I don't understand that. I really don't. And video games even do it as well with their trailers sometimes. Like Genshin Impact does that a lot with their version trailers. They'll put major story spoilers in the actual trailers themselves. I don't understand it. Why would you do that? It makes no sense. It makes sense. It gets views. Spoilers get views because people want to see them. But it really ruins the experience. But again, I don't think that those were spoilers because all of them were showed getting killed. And I don't actually see that happening. Even Makoto. Hang the Witch. Monokuma Hunter, insert coin. The time limit. 2 hours, right? Okay, so you won't die though. Okay, interesting. So this is different from the other killing games. I like it. I like that there's set periods like this. So every 2 hours, somebody's gonna wake up and be chosen as being the attacker. Now, the next question is, of course, what makes them want to actually go and attack someone? Otherwise, they die? And they said exactly one person, so you can't kill more than one? Oh, different actions? But do we know what our forbidden actions are? Is the question. Okay, so Monokuma just said that, oh, well, if you're gonna kill someone, why don't you try to make sure that it's the person who's the traitor? No, the person who's the traitor is right up there, or no, sorry, right on the table there. They're dead already. They killed themselves, or they're not dead, or whatever. Right, they're right there. There's no. I'm calling it right now that none of us here are actually traitors. It was just the person who's already dead. But if there's somebody controlling Monokuma, and we assume that it's somebody, if there's somebody who's controlling Monokuma right now, it would be the person who's sitting in the chair there, right? Is the person who's sitting in this person who's sitting in the chair right there? It's not the old person, right? So who is that? Who's the person who's sitting in the chair with the screen? Either way, though, most likely it's not any of them. Most likely the person controlling Monokuma is separate completely. Because we saw somebody coming in on a helicopter, right? That was completely separate. Wait, Yasuhiro might be our savior in this. I just thought about that. Yasuhiro is not part of this killing game. He's completely outside the walls. That's how we're gonna get out of here. Yasuhiro is gonna be the main character of this game, or this series. He's gonna be our savior.
このゲームの一部始終はカメラを通して全世界に中継されています。
Oh, as always. Well, at least you're upfront about that this time.
いかにものいや
と同じってことか。
I mean, no, it's not the same as last time. It's clearly a little bit different. So, yeah.
あなたを操ってるのは誰なんですか？
俺ってハツちゃんの一人よ。
Yeah. Wait.
じゃああの人
Okay, so she created a New World program. Interesting, interesting. Why does she have Monami on her screen?
月光ヶ原さん
Well, none of this makes any kind of sense at all, but it's Danganronpa, so what else is new?
じゃじゃーん大賛成
Why do we have to be stuck with this version of her character design again? I've had more than enough of that character design of Monami. We do not need that. We do not need that at all.
ないよ頑張ってない
Monokuma, that's the worst thing you've ever
ず
done.
っと見てるからさうぷぷぷバイナラ
Yeah, bye Nara indeed.
くそ、ふざけやがって。いやはや、面倒なことになったね。
I mean, at this point, you've already lost. At the point where they were all put to sleep, they already completely lost. They already might as well have just killed. They could have been killed right then. Somebody could have went around and like stab, 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 stab. All right, all of you are dead now. They already completely lost. So they can't really complain about anything that happens after that. How they managed to let themselves get so completely destroyed in an instant by a single helicopter and like one sleeping grenade, honestly pathetic. Honestly, they deserve to get destroyed. This would have happened to Byakuya.
とにかく僕らが争ってた
Speaking of which, where is Byakuya?
もう思うツボです。
我々未来機関は、この程度の危機にひるんだりしない。
What are you talking about? It'll take far more than this to threaten the future Foundation. Again, you could have just been killed instantly. But you're talking so much stuff that you don't have any place talking about at this point. That was already a pathetic failure. Horrible security. You checking the body?
なんでよりにもよってこいつが。
What? What do you notice, Kyoko?
電波も死んでます。これは復旧には
Yes,
あれなんじゃない
it clearly is.
外からのハッキング対策は万全だったです。
Okay, that's not an excuse. We were perfectly able to work with being hacked from the outside, but not from the inside. You know how most places get hacked? They get hacked from the inside. Somebody leaves a bunch of flash drives in the parking lot, some guy picks it up and puts it into their work computer, and then they get hacked. Or they just walk into the workplace building, they're like, oh yeah, I'm an employee, or like, I'm the janitor, and they just like, see someone putting in their password or something. Or they call them on the phone, and then that's how they get access. That's how it works.
まさか内部からハッキングされるとは。
No, pretty much all hacks happen from the inside to some extent. It just through obviously somebody on the outside starts it, but it's never just
内部からって
it's never them trying to like guess your password of your like FTP server or something like that.
じゃあ
It's never that
本当に
simple.
この中に裏切り者がいるってこと
Yeah, one of you is the traitor, but they're already dead.
封鎖されてた
Okay, how did they already block all of the windows and elevators? The only way is if a long time has already passed. How would a long time have already passed? They must have been kept asleep for that entire duration that all that went on. And if that's the case, they would be feeling very hungry right now. Were they fed intravenously or something? That means that the person who died would have to have, they had to have died at the last second, like before everybody woke up, or like not too long before they woke up. So clearly a bunch of stuff happened before she was killed. That's all I'm saying. It's not like she was killed immediately after everyone fell asleep, and then they put up all these barriers, and then they woke up later on. No,
ということか。
because they're still dripping blood.
なら、襲撃者を見つけて殺すしかねえな。
何も殺さなくても縛って閉じ込めるだけでいいんじゃないですか。
Okay, come on,
お
Makoto.
前の超高校級の幸運がありゃ、俺らが寝ている間に縄抜けするくらい楽勝だろう。苗木君に限らず、ここにいる人間に拘束など無意味じゃろうな。江ノ島純子を言いくるめちまうぐらいだもんな。
I mean, Junko Enoshima really persuaded herself. And also, wasn't that entire thing televised? They saw exactly what happened. Like, it's not like he could have hidden anything, really. Like, but what Makoto did, it was all recorded, so his actions shouldn't be, in that situation, should not be suspected. His actions of trying to take the remnants of despair somewhere else should be suspected. And I understand him being suspected because of that, but the stuff with Junko and Enoshima, I don't know about that.
あんたに何がわかるの？いちごの種も3個までだよ。その辺にしてくれないかい？
The
そう
what?
ですよ。女性に暴力を振るうなんて良くないですよ。
Okay, this guy's not great.
でもな、ここはもう戦場だ。そんな正論だけじゃどうにもならねえんだよ。
This guy does not belong in charge. Why is he in charge at all? Okay, so that's not good. So this person had a, again, we need to know what everybody's rule is. Apparently this person had a witness violence by participants thing, and that caused them to die. And it's the person with the voice, right? Yeah, the weird voice. This guy just got someone killed because he's a freaking idiot and is punching people for no reason, kicking people for no reason. Where did you get that from? This guy just killed someone. It doesn't matter. Sure, he did not understand that that would happen, but indirectly. Now, is this gonna spark any kind of character development for that guy? If it does, then great. If it doesn't, I hate him.
なんてことをしてくれたんです。なるほど。
お互いの NG 行動を
Yeah, you should have done that from the start.
嫌だよ、自分の弱点を晒すなんて信用できないやつだって。
No, they should know, because otherwise that same kind of thing could happen again. If that person with a squeaky voice didn't tell everybody their weakness, then that muscle dude would like punch people and not even know it, and end up getting him killed also.
それに NG 行動を明かすこと自体が NG 行動の人もいるかもしれないわ。
方針を決
Hold
め
on
る
a second.
必要があるが。
What's that guy looking at there?
NG 行動を明かすこと自体が NG 行動の人もいるかもしれないわ。
だが、そうは言っても。
What is he looking at there? He's looking at the body, right? But it's hard to tell what kind of expression that is that he's making. It looks like it's an angry expression, but for some reason it also kind of looks like his smile. It's really weird. It's a really odd expression he's got looking at the body there.
方針を決める必要があるが、多数決で決めるぞ。
What? Why?
襲撃者と思う者を指させ。
That makes no sense. What is this guy doing? Majority vote to decide who the attacker is and just kill random people? This guy's horrible. This leader is horrible. I don't even care if he is a traitor or not. He's an idiot. What's going on? What kind of decision is that? What you should be trying to do is actually get out of here. Yeah, okay, and you're pointing at the. I mean, to be fair, that guess kind of makes some amount of sense, but still, no. I don't think that's true at all. Yeah, everyone's gonna point at Makoto
ちょっと待ってよ。
because they're dumb.
決まりだ。苗木誠。 絶望を憎んでいるのなら
Oh, okay.
ここで命を絶つべきだ
Okay, so at the very start of the episode, they said that, and I guess that was a flash forward. That was confusing. I thought he was saying that immediately after listening to Monokuma's announcement, but no.
その場合はこの投票を続ける
What's the point of
そう
that?
すれば未来機関に入り込んだ絶望は確実に排除
That makes no sense. What makes you think that one of the remnants of that one of the people in this room is a remnant of despair? Surely that's not the only people in this gigantic building, right? We already saw that there were like guards and the guards got killed. And they already know that Yasuhiro is not there. If they're going to think anybody's the remnants of despair, they should think that Yasuhiro is, because Yasuhiro isn't here. He was the one person who's not present. So this guy makes no sense. This guy's dumb. He is not smart. I don't understand why he would think that one of us is the remnant of despair that's doing
今
this.
できることを一つずつやるだけです
No.
苗木誠お前ならわかるだろう
And if there's one remnant of despair, what are you gonna do? You're gonna sacrifice 7 remnants of hope for 1 remnant of despair? How is that a good trade?
今は我々全員で協力し合う時だ協力してくれるなできないのか協力ってお前にできねえなら
Okay, yeah, I hate this guy.
やめましょう
He clearly didn't learn a single thing.
仲間の死が希望を生むとは思いません忘れたか
What kind of sword was that?
同志が絶望との戦いに倒れてきたと思っている
Hold on, I need to see that animation again.
忘れたかこれまでどれだけの同志が絶望との戦いに倒れてきたと思っている、ここで絶望を滅ぼせなければ彼らに何と詫びる
Good, get out of there. This idiot. Someone vote him out. I don't care if he is an ultimate hope, or like a remnant of hope. I don't care if he's a legitimate member of the Future Foundation. He doesn't deserve to be one. Yes, thank you.
もう早く逃げようちょっと待ってよ今何を言っても聞いてくれないってとにかく距離を取らないとそうじゃなくて僕は走れないんだ僕の NG
No running in the hallway. Wow. That's inconvenient. That works. Great. You know what? Asane is very smart there. That's a great solution to that predicament. Sure, he can't run in the hallway, but you can carry him and run. See, Asahina is actually way smarter than that leader guy. Way smarter. I don't know if I would have been able to think up that solution on the spot under pressure like that, but Hina did. And these TVs, the Monokuma TVs that are set up everywhere.
手口を
How?
爆薬を使ったんだ気をつけてあちこち脆くなってるみたいだなんだ
そこか
Yeah, he's immediately trying to stab each other. Like, come on, what is this?
そんな甘い覚悟では絶望は消せんわからないかたった一人でも残せばこうして奴らは何度でも呼び
I mean, okay, that's true. Yeah, sure, you need to kill all the remnants of despair. But what you're doing is not that.
だから絶望は確実に仕留めなければならないたとえどれだけ犠牲が出ようと俺はあいつにそう誓ったんだそれが俺たちの希望だ
This guy's crazy in a somewhat similar way as Nagito, actually. where Nagito let the despair do their thing because he had full belief that hope would prevail. Whereas this guy is like, I'll kill everybody as long as it kills all the despair. Like, that's another absurd extreme.
あれです
下戸ヶ原さん不良品こんな時に
Okay, he can apparently just break through the floors. Also, they never explained the whole thing about what makes the attacker actually attack. Unless, okay, so is it not that they're going to be given a reason? So I had assumed at the start that some random person is going to get woken up each time, and that random person is going to go and kill somebody, and they're going to get like given a reason to go kill somebody. But is it actually the case that the attacker is supposedly always the same attacker every single time, and that is supposedly a traitor that's in their midst? Is that the case? Because if that's the case, then fine, just separate yourselves. Separate yourselves completely, block yourselves off in a safe spot, and once those 2 hours are up, is there a time limit for the attacker to go do their thing? Or is there no time limit? Like, I don't know. There's too many thoughts. Too many possibilities here.
追ってきませんね。
But still, there's no way to ever prove that it is actually one of them doing the killing.
考えがあるのかもしれません。今のうちにできるだけ離れておきましょう。
This guy's totally gonna die, which sucks.
もうすぐですよ。
He's way too helpful to them.
襲撃者に見つかりにくい場所に。
And too overpowered.
待って私も一緒に行くです一人は怖いです
Both she and Hope's Peak High are the same as the Future Foundation.
同じ同着即さ
Brought
って
into
る
the
よ
core. Yeah, who is Kimura? Oh, I think it's the lady who can't speak, or who doesn't speak and just uses his computer, the shy one. But betrayed before. What are they talking about? Okay, now they're holding hands.
すやすやすやすや
So they're obviously very close. 5 minutes. So somebody's gonna get killed here. Is he gonna be the one that's helping them out?
大丈夫。
I feel like it is.
なんでこんなことになっちゃったの
And that's just gonna make Makoto look even more suspicious.
あの時とは違うよ。
Yeah, it isn't.
なんでそんなことが言えるの
僕がいるから。
What? You were there last time too. What are you talking about?
キリギリさんもいる。
Like, okay, both of you were.
僕らはお互いを知らなかった。
Okay, technically, last time you did know each other, you just didn't know that you knew each other.
でも今は違う。あれを乗り越えた僕らはお互いに信じられる。
あの殺し合い学園生活の中でも人を信じ続け、多くの人の心を変えた。その力はこの先の未来に必要なものです。
そんな大げさですよ。
I don't think he exaggerated anything.
あなたが未来機関に来てくれてよかった。未来機関は変わるはずだって。そんなお前がグズグズしたりへこたれてどうすんだ。
Wait, the doctor is the doctor the lady who died at the start, the one that I was suspicious of?
未来機関は変わるはずだって。そんなお前がグズグズしたりへこた
I
れて
think because yeah, she was treating him. She was treating him. So I think that is the case. And also, hold on, she also, if she's a doctor and like she was treating Makoto's injuries, right? Isn't that exactly the kind of person who would have the know-how to know exactly the dosage of something to put someone to sleep, exactly how to poison somebody, that kind of thing? That seems to make sense to me. All signs are still pointing to her.
他の連中はどいつもこいつも自分の身を守ることしか考えてねえ。
Well, they're also only thinking of protecting themselves. What do you mean everyone's only thinking about protecting themselves? they're not killing themselves for us. Man, what a shame. I don't understand. Why wouldn't they just kill themselves? Like, come on. If you were asked to go kill yourself because people thought you were a traitor, you wouldn't do it either. What nonsense.
いつも通りだ。絶望を殲滅する。
Okay, then do that. Go wipe out the despairs. But make sure they're actually the despairs.
お前こそが俺らの希望だ。お前さえ生き残れば未来機関は再生できる。そのために
What makes him so special?
新しい奴は全員片付けていく。
And the last person they tried to make a despair, an ultimate hope like that, Izuru Kamakura, did not turn out so well.
雪染めの敵討ちをしねえとな。
Nah. Yukizome is the one behind this. At least one of the ones behind this.
そろ
Definitely.
そろ時間ですね。
こればかりは祈るしかありませんね。
何言ってんだよ。朝日奈。
Yeah, the big guy's definitely dead. I mean, it's Makoto and the other person who's supposedly suspicious in the same room.
その
No question. Either the big guy's dying or the wheelchair lady, but it's got to be the big guy. 100%. And that sucks because the big guy is obviously really cool.
襲撃者さん起きてる？お待ちかねの襲撃タイムだよ。
Okay, are we gonna see who it is? They're saying, "Are you awake, attacker?" But I don't think it's any of us.
今日のターゲットは誰かな？
Well, that looks even more suspicious. No way it was Asahina. Really? Okay, now that is a plot twist. That is something I was not expecting. They killed off Asahina, one of the central characters, this early of the previous games. Come on now. That is shocking. And there we go. That's the end. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Sorry. It's restarting again. It always does that. I'll just turn off looping so that stops happening in the future. So again, that is a huge twist that I didn't see coming. Asahina actually getting killed? She is, from my understanding, a fan favorite character, and I think that makes sense. She is a great character. And to kill her off this soon, this early on in the series. I mean, this is supposed to be the end, the conclusion of a lot of storylines, but still, I'm really hoping that doesn't happen to Kyoko. I'd be very upset if that happened. I can't see at this. I can't see at this point. Even though Asahina has just died, I still can't see one of our other central characters dying. I can't see Makoto or Kyoko or Yasuhiro. I still can't see them dying after this. Even though we just had it made clear to us now that this series is not scared of killing off central characters. They said that the attacker, they said like, "Oh, attacker, are you still awake? You can go and kill someone now." I was really expecting it to be that big dude, and I thought that would have served all their purposes perfectly. But is there really somebody among us that is one of the people that we've seen that is also a traitor? Is that actually true? If it's true, there's no way for me to know. There's no way for me to find out at this point, I think. So I think I still do have to just stick with my theory that it was Yukizome, I think their name was, and that the actual person going around doing the killing is somebody completely different. I don't think I can theorize any more than that at this point. Obviously, Yukizome can't be the one going around doing the killing, though, because her body is there. Unless Yukizome is not actually dead, unless something like that's happening. I'm not really sure. But yeah, really, really unexpected that this series decided to kill off Asahina, of all people, at this point in the story. This series has done a good job already of presenting the character of their characters in such a short amount of time. There are already people that the characters, like characters other than our original main cast, there are already characters that I strongly like and strongly dislike. Obviously, the shy leader on the computer is helpful, and the strong dude that was helping them out, very likable. This dude who's on screen right now, the leader guy with the white hair, he's somewhat not likable, but I still feel like he's not a villain or anything like that. I feel like he is doing his best. He's doing what he thinks is best for the sake of hope. So I don't think we need to really distrust him or think that he's a traitor or anything like that. His friend, the one who's going around saying, "Oh, I'll just kill everybody who I think is suspicious," he's very unlikable. Very unlikable. I feel like there is going to be some sort of character arc with him in the course of this story. That's what I feel, but I don't really know. As for the other characters, they haven't made as much of an impact yet, except for I guess the old guy, who seems very nice. But that's the only impression I have of him so far, and that's really not enough to go on. I think that's it. I don't think I have any more thoughts on the second episode of the series. We're just gonna have to see where this goes from now on. I don't know if this is going to be the end of of one of my episodes, like of the video. It might be. If so, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll probably record something to put at the beginning of this video to let people know that I'm watching it in Japanese and not English, just to not confuse people. Also, I should probably mention that if you're enjoying watching my reactions to these and you want to see the entire thing immediately, it's all on Patreon already recorded. Like, I'm already done with the series at this point if you're watching this on YouTube, because I'm right now I'm a full 6 months ahead on Patreon. So however many videos I have per week that I'm pushing out, just multiply that by however many weeks are in like 6 months. I can't do the math, but the point is I'm probably already done with the entire series on Patreon. So just know that, I guess. But I'm enjoying this so far. I'm enjoying the series so far. I like where this is going. This is entertaining. So I'm excited to see the next episode, see where this all goes. Hope you are as well. That's all I got to say. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.